What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the stream. So Bitcoin is now trading above 60,000 US dollars, new all-time highs today. And today is March 13th of 2021, setting records, a pretty historic day for all of us. So in this video, we're going to be discussing Bitcoin, what my expectations are, and we're going to be talking about how Bitcoin is actually following the prediction that I've been providing on my channel pretty much to a T at this point. And, most things that we've been talking about are starting to, come true. So definitely smash up that like button, subscribe to this channel if you're new. And if you're watching this as a playback, there may be time codes in the description if you're watching it after the stream is over. But before we get started, I'm gonna let people join in. Bitcoin's currently just floating right around that 60K level, which is absolutely amazing to see. And we're going to be talking about a few other things. So yeah, guys, we're going to get started here. I'm going to play some music and do a little intro, and then we'll get back to it as people join in. I'll see you guys in a few minutes. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the stream. So epic day today. Bitcoin trading just around 60K. It's going above it. It's going below it. We're just sitting, hovering around that area. Ethereum is also just below 1,900. Did we test it already? I guess we did. I guess we touched it. So Ethereum's also looking really good. Ethereum's pointed up, guys. Ethereum's looking like it wants to break out and follow Bitcoin to the upside, and I do think that's going to be happening soon. What else? We got Chainlink has been really boring recently. Uniswap token seems like it's starting to, it's looking like the market wants to push for new highs. And you guys know, I think that Uni is probably going to be a great performer in this bull market. And there's a few other things that I want to talk about. Let's see what's going on overall. Yeah, Binance Coin's doing well. Chills is doing well. Everything's doing pretty well. Matic is down, but it's gone up a lot recently. Polkadot's up today. Everything's up. So guys, we're basically at the point in this market cycle where it's like everything season. We're in the everything season. It's like if you guys are experienced with crypto, then back, not too long ago, below 20K, when Bitcoin was going up, it was like the alts just failed. The alts would just crumble. But for all the new people joining into crypto right now, they're being spoiled. They're being spoiled by the, all this bullish action across the entire market. No matter what coin you buy, it just goes up, right? So we're at that point in the cycle now. And we're also at the point in the cycle where irresponsible behavior, just FOMOing and all that stuff is rewarding people. So this is something you got to be careful about. Yeah, that type of activity or that type of approach to the market where you're kind of just like FOMOing and being rewarded. Yeah, it might work now. Just remember, it's a limited time thing. In a few months, it might stop working. So just be careful. Not everything goes on forever. Not everything goes on forever. So you always got to be careful about that. So Bitcoin right now, if you guys have been watching my channel, watching my content, we were looking for, we were basically saying, this was like our main signal over the past few weeks. This was like the one thing we were looking out for was the MACD, the daily cross on the MACD, right? The bullish cross on the daily MACD, I should say. And, it's just because it's a momentum indicator. So when you get the bullish cross on the MACD during a parabolic trend, it's such a reliable indicator when you're going parabolic, right? Every time you cross bullish or bearish, actually, it's great, right? It's a great indicator. Actually, I should remove this one. So yeah, that's all we were looking for in this channel. We said, guys, if we get that bullish cross on the MACD, well, there's a few other things, then it's very likely that the market's just going to continue to see momentum and break into new all-time highs. And that is exactly what we've seen. It's so simple. When you're in a bull market, guys, when you're in a bull market, you have to just go with the trend. By the way, we have 400 people watching. Smash up that like button so we can see if we can get this video out to more people. Hopefully I'm not shadow banned. I don't have music on this video to see if that's part of the shadow ban. So we're going to see if this video performs or this stream performs better. Definitely smash that like button, guys. Let's see if we can pump the likes. But what was I just talking about? I was just saying how, in a bull market, you have to kind of just go with the trend. There's no way around it, right? If you guys are experienced in markets, you realize that at a certain point, you just got to be bullish, right? When you're in a trend like this, you just got to be bullish. You just have to be bullish constantly. And if there is a pullback, just understand that if there is a pullback, it's likely not going to last very long. And you should pretty much just ignore it and just sit back and be like, I'm either going to buy the dip or just ignore it and wait for everything to recover because there's a ton of momentum here. So that's another thing to keep in mind. That's another thing to keep in mind, guys. You just have to be bullish. Of course, it will end at some point. At some point, the trend will end, of course. Right, but we're kind of like mid, and like I was saying in all my videos, guys. I was talking about these two parabolic advances. So this is the 20K. This is the 20K previous all-time high right here. Like we've been discussing this in all my videos. I was saying, both of these runs have almost the same exact structure, and the psychology is basically the same. And over the past many weeks, we've been talking about how this is just middle of the bull run type price action. and we're likely going to see higher prices. And that's kind of, it's playing out. It's playing out, guys. And, you know, it's important to mention these things just so we know that, okay, the analysis that we've been discussing on this channel does actually make sense, and it is, you know, playing out, right? Also, yeah, and another thing, when you get these parabolic advances, you create these bullish reversals at the bottom. Like down here, we had a double bottom bullish reversal. We actually had like a descending triangle, but it turned into a double bottom, a slightly lower low with a double bottom bullish reversal. Of course, Elon Musk really helped this one kick off. And then on this pullback, we had an inverse head and shoulders pattern, a bullish reversal pattern, and broke out, right? The bulls regained the momentum with the inverse head and shoulders, broke out. So yeah, we'll see what happens now that we're trading, you know, at 60K. We'll see what happens. Of course, you know, never be surprised to see the price, you know, maybe retest previous, what was once resistance as new support before continuing up, right? Before continuing up. There's a lot of momentum, guys. Let's see what the chat is saying. You Drew coming in with the 9 or the 10. He says, "I'm brand new to crypto. I put money that I made in GME." Sorry, I can't read this. I'm sorry. I put money in that I made of GME in a career in DJing. I hold Bitcoin and Ethereum. Planning to hold for now. Just don't know when to sell. Love the channel. Well, I appreciate the compliment there. So you don't know when to sell. Well, that's kind of, guys, if you haven't noticed yet, my entire channel, you know, I don't post like content like every, you know, it's like sometimes it's every day or every other day or something. I posted 3 days ago, and that's because this channel is long-term focused. So I'm not going to come out every day and tell you there's an emergency and that you have to like panic or whatever. I think that's it's just so irresponsible to be doing that. You know, you guys, we're long-term focused here on this channel. And this is what this is all we talk about is like, you know, how much potential does the market have? When are we going to scale out? When are we going to sell? You know, how high can we go? That's like a very big part of this channel, right? We're just thinking about the long term. We have a zoomed out view. Let's pull up the stock to flow so we can talk about this a little bit to answer your question more. By the way, the weekly right now, the weekly chart looks so good. It looks awesome. This looks so cool. It's just like, it's amazing. And also another interesting thing to keep in mind is that the 21-week EMA is not our support. Last bull market, the blue 21-week EMA was our support line, the area that we touch off of. Not this time. It's the 10-week, guys. It's the 10-week. Currently, I guess it could change at some point, but currently it's the 10-week. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. So we're going to talk about the long term, of course, guys, of course. You know, right now, of course, it's exciting. Bitcoin's hitting a whole number, 60,000, which human beings love. Human beings love that. But UIU, we'll talk about that in a second. I think did I miss someone else's super chat? Probably. Kevin equals Profit King. Well, we'll see, guys. We'll see. You guys know I'm long term, so I don't have I don't have much realized profits yet. Let's see what else the chat is saying, and let's see who we got. We got Wen Moon in the chat. We got Alex in the chat. Ventilus in the chat. Just want to see who's here. What's up, all you guys that are just joining in? Definitely smash that like button. Subscribe to this channel if you're new as well. Also, I think we have a new goal, and the goal is 50,000 subs. We are 600 subscribers, 600 away. 600. We have 700 people watching, so some of you guys probably could hit that big red button and get us closer. DC says hello from China. What's up? You guys, let me know in the chat, where are you guys tuning in from? What countries are you guys in? Pavlo says hello from Slovakia. Crypto Cali's in the chat. Crypto Cali is my first viewer ever, and he's still here. That's a top tier viewer. But yeah, so the long term, guys, this is really the most interesting thing to me. The short term is just meaningless unless you are, leverage trading like a degenerate, which some people do enjoy doing, but I don't. I'm actually really bad at it. I just like everything goes out the window. I'm just not good at it. Some people are good at it, but personally, I just stay away from it. It's like, it's just too much. It's just like, I don't need to take that much risk. I don't need to take that much risk. Well, we got people from everywhere. So yeah, guys, the long-term chart right now is so interesting, and it's kind of, we'll talk about it in a second. I just want to see what you guys say. When Moon is from everywhere. Oh, you're just shouting off people. Wow, we got the entire world. We got the entire world watching right now. This is awesome. I love that about crypto. It's global. So, guys, from a long-term perspective, what we've been discussing on this channel for a while, since Bitcoin was like just breaking the all-time high, we were talking about how, the growth zone. The growth zone. What is the growth zone? And what does that mean, the growth zone? It means what is the area from all-time high break to bear market low? And in 2017 to 2018, Bitcoin only went up 175%. Bitcoin actually only went from 1,200 to 3,100. That's it. That's all the growth it actually saw, unless you sold the top, right? But if you bought at the all-time high in 2017, the only growth you saw was from 1,200 to 3,100, 175%. That's it. And that's kind of what I'm looking out for now. We saw similar stuff in the past as well. But the growth zone, you guys know we've been discussing the growth zone, which is actually something that I've been discussing on this channel. Like that term, the growth zone, I think I made it up, to be honest. But it makes sense, right? Makes sense. Now from 20K, it could be that the next bear market low is 50K. Maybe 45, 50K. And what we've been talking about has everything below 50,000 is potentially a once in a lifetime buy opportunity, potentially, if everything goes well. Potentially that was. I mean, maybe, of course we could at some point maybe go back there, possibly, but anything below 50,000 potentially once in a lifetime buy opportunity. And yeah, it's likely that the market will continue to be bullish. And if we follow this trajectory, generally, yeah, we're going to top out somewhere in the summer of this year if we follow this trajectory. Now, there are some people out there that have a speculative idea that Bitcoin is going to do what it did in 2013. For some reason, they just say, some analysts will just be like, oh, I think we're going to do a 2013 style run. I mean, yeah, you could be speculative and, just guess that maybe we're going to shoot up, correct? Go sideways and then shoot up again later. I mean, I don't know what basis you have to make the claim. If it happens, cool. I just think that, I'm just going with logic. If we follow this trajectory, it's going to end in summer of this year. I could be wrong. Anything can happen, right? Maybe this does happen, right? Maybe we do have a longer consolidation or something, right? But yeah, I mean, that's what I'll be looking for. So as Bitcoin gets above, if we start breaking above 100K, yeah, that's like things become less attractive in terms of like buying. At that point, you're kind of just like, the people that are buying in above 100K are people that are, probably desperate, like institutions that are desperate to get Bitcoin exposure will be buying above 100K, right? They're going to be like, there's going to be FOMO, right? There's going to be massive anxiety for all the people that don't own crypto, mass anxiety. As you get to those 100K levels, especially the institutions that don't have Bitcoin exposure, they're gonna be like freaking out. They're gonna be like, oh my God, like why did we not buy Bitcoin? And they're gonna be actually having panic and anxiety, and that's gonna cause FOMO. Panic buying will likely happen above 100K at some point. And also, what I think the plan is, my theory, what I think the plan is here is that Wall Street is purposely gonna pump Bitcoin They're going to try to pump it up as much as possible, just like 2017 when they launched CME. I think they're going to pump it up as much as possible, just get it completely overextended, and then launch the ETF at the top. And when they launch the ETF, they can easily market Bitcoin on the news and say like, it's the new paradigm. If you have to own Bitcoin, because if you don't, then you're whatever. They're going to say they're going to basically make retail FOMO in, create tons of liquidity at the top so that they can sell and short and dump on the market. I believe that's the plan. That's just my theory. A lot of people say, no, Kev, an ETF is bullish. When they launch the ETF, we're just going to go higher. Yeah, that's a nice thought. That's a nice thought to have. I don't think so, guys. I think when they launch the ETF, we'll probably get the top. At least, I'm not saying it's going to be the day of, but it could be close. It could be close to the top. Right? Maybe they launch it, let's say they launch it at like 180K, and then we spike to 250K, and then it dumps. Something like that could happen as well. But that's what I'm looking for. An ETF launch, guys, would likely be bearish. Definitely smash up that like button if you enjoy this content and enjoy my theories, my predictions, and whatever. Again, it's very speculative. I'm just speculating here. Anything can happen, and I'm not a financial advisor as well. I'm definitely not licensed to give financial advice. We're just having a chat, having a watch party, talking about Bitcoin, long-term stuff, short-term stuff. And this is pretty cool. And the last video I posted on this channel, was discussing Bitcoin's next upside target, which is also speculative, but it's just an idea. You take your two top resistance points, you map out your resistance trend line, and then you take your fib extensions from high to low. And what do you get? You get some confluence between the resistance line and the 1618 at about, 68,000, just below 68,000, 67,850. That could be, maybe that's a target, right? Maybe that's a target. We'll see. It's always hard to guess exactly where we're going to top out, but this could be the next upside target. And that's what I'm looking for now. About 68,000. Makes sense to me. Does it make sense to you? Comment below in the chat. What is up, guys? Let me look at the chat. Guys, we have almost 1,000 people watching. Definitely smash up that like button. Let's get 1,000 likes on this video. And also, we're so close to getting 50,000 subscribers. If you're watching this and you're not a subscriber and you like this type of content, hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. The thing that I offer on my channel is that I'm not gonna make you panic about short-term moves. I'm gonna keep your head level, and we're gonna just focus on the long term. And we're just gonna focus on succeeding in the long term, and we're gonna stay calm, and we're not gonna give you crazy thumbnails that make you freak out. Because I see so many people complaining about that these days. So I'm basically just trying to offer a little bit of the opposite, which is not as exciting, but it is what it is. Anthony M says, very possible to have a 2013 run. I mean, yeah, guys, I guess it's possible. Yeah, it's possible that Bitcoin could do something like it did in 2013. But the question that I have is like, why? Why? I don't know. It's just like, why? Why would you say that? I guess it's a fun narrative to just like throw out there. I don't know. There's no reason to back it up. I'm just saying and I also don't think we're going to be going up in a straight line. That's not really what I'm saying either. There's probably going to be large corrections in between. Of course. But I think that it just makes more sense that we would top out in the summer because that's currently what the trajectory is. But I guess you could say, we're going so vertical right now that maybe we do have a longer consolidation before a run up again. And then, maybe top out towards the fall or something. Also possible. All very speculative ideas. But for now, it's just, it just leads the trajectory just says summer. We'll see. We'll see, guys. But yeah, next target, in my opinion, is 68,000. For anyone who's curious. Somebody says LRC or F. Well, both, guys, both. What do you mean? Got to have both. Can't pick one or the other. If you're gonna, if you're gonna buy Loopring, you should probably already own Ethereum. You guys know I've been talking about Loopring, and I actually have it pulled up here. What was I saying? So on Twitter, this is now we're shifting to an altcoin, which if you're interested, this is I think going to be a very successful one. So what I said on Twitter yesterday was when Ethereum gas fees start hitting $300 to $800 towards the end of the bull run, which I think is going to happen, layer 2 exchanges like Loopring will become essential, and the LRC token will likely go up thousands of % in value. Loopring is our parachute right now as people that are trading decentralized on Ethereum, instant transactions in cents as a fee. Right? This is actually going to be so important, guys. Like I know a lot of people that are like, oh, altcoins are just BS. Okay, well, this is actually like essential. Like you will not be able to make trades on Uniswap at the end of the bull run with fees of $500. Like no one's gonna be able to do anything. So the important step here for a lot of you guys that are trading on Ethereum doing decentralized transactions is actually to make a shift into layer 2. Now, I'm not saying you should put everything on layer 2, right? But it is not a bad idea to have at least something on layer 2. And I actually have a demo set up for you guys that we could do. I just put I created an account, put a few $100 on it, and I could demo Loopring for you guys. But still, I just think that it's actually important, right? This is actually something that's going to save you when things start peaking. You got to get some coins on layer 2, because at least the ones that Loopring offers. Loopring doesn't have all the pairs that you need. Of course, there's a lot of coins that won't be listed, but something to think about, guys. Something to think about for sure. Paris S coming in with the what is Mexican? What is that? Pesos? I don't know. He says, "Hey Kevin, what is your optimistic and conservative price areas for Engine for March 19th and April 6th?" That's I don't know. I mean, guys, I don't operate from short-term time frames. Like you're asking me what's my prediction for Engine Coin on March 19th, 6 days from now. I mean, I don't know. That's not really what I'm focused on. I don't really think in those terms. I mean, we could take a look. I'm just not concerned. I'm just not concerned about that. By the way, for all of you guys in Patreon, you guys know Engine Coin. We're up 1,124% on Engine since the buy call in my Patreon. Which the links are below if you want to join. I added like 2 new altcoins this week, actually. So yeah, this is doing extremely well. What is my prediction for what? March 16th, or what did you say? March 19th? I don't know. I mean, I would just expect it to be in this general vicinity at that point. I'm not going to make like some exact prediction. I just expect it to be, I think it's probably going to hold above $1.50. So it could be, at $1.50, or if things remain bullish, maybe we're at $2.50, something like that. I would just expect it to be right in this general area. Other than that, I don't really have much of an opinion for the short term. We'll see. I mean, yeah, we'll see, guys. I mean, Engine is really strong right now. I think that if Engine Coin does come back to like $1.50, it's probably a good entry. Like $1.30 would probably be optimal at this point. And if you could catch $1, I mean, that's pretty damn good. Just looking at previous support resistance areas right here. Yeah, I think is Engine Coin the leading NFT project right now? Is that, let's look at the list. Go to CoinGecko, non-fungible tokens list. Yeah, Engine's number one. Engine's number one. For some of you guys in Patreon, you guys know I bought Wax and I sold it for 30% profit because I wanted to get something else. And the patrons who held it are now up like 400%. I'm kind of pissed at myself that I didn't hold that. So congrats to all the guys in Patreon that are holding that. It's doing really well. But yeah, Engine Coin's doing great. Yeah, so someone's saying, I think you still have to pay extreme gas fees to establish lower fees looping. Yes. So the best thing to do would be wait for lower fees. Like a day where there's low fees, and then you can deposit into layer 2. I actually sent a little bit in here into this account to do a demonstration. I don't think it's actually entered yet. I don't think it's here yet. We'll see. But yeah, the cool thing is like once you have your Ethereum on here, you can do instant trades for cents as a fee. And at some point it's going to be very, very important, right? That you're going to want to like swap your altcoins for like a stable coin, and you're going to want to be able to do it fast, easy, pretty easy to do. Yes, NFTs have been doing great. Guys, what do you think is going to be the most successful NFT coin? Let me know. I also think that NFTs are not only going to be some of the best performers this cycle, it's also going to be the biggest bubble of the cycle. I think it's going to be the biggest bubble. Because in a bear, the thing about NFTs is like, yeah, you can make some serious cash trading these NFTs right now. But in a bear market, when nobody's confident in crypto anymore, those prices for NFTs are going to tank really, really hard. It's just the way it is. I'm not trying to spread FUD. I think that we're going to see epic gains for everything for the next many months. And it's going to be amazing. But still, that's something to think about towards the end. I mentioned March 19th, April, because they launched their game and jumped net on those dates. Yeah, I mean, guys, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure. Sometimes there's like sell the news events. I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on the short term, guys. Did I miss another super chat? Let's check. I probably did. Hold on. Yep, I think I did. What do we got? Rich Buddy coming with the 2. He says, should we just put a sell order in 100%? Rich Buddy's saying, should we just put in a sell order for Bitcoin? A 100% sell order at 1,999. 199,000, sorry. No, guys, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to do that, because if Bitcoin doesn't go that high, then you're not selling. You're just going to ride into the bear market, right? So it actually doesn't make sense to just put it there. What if we come up just shy 180K and then dump or something, and you have an order sitting at 199,000? You don't get, you want to scale out. You want to like slowly scale out. A lot of people get so concerned about making the most money possible. They're like, I need to make like the most possible, and I need to sell at the exact perfect time. It's like, guys, at a certain point, you just have to be happy about the fact that you got in a good time, you've made a lot of money, and that's it. You're making a lot of gains, and you're going to scale out, and it's going to be great. But don't be like so greedy that you're like, I got to sell the exact top. It's not important, right? Just scale out. Just slowly scale out. You know what I mean? You don't have to be so perfect. There's no, it doesn't really matter. All that really matters, guys, when you're trading these types of trends is that you just catch the meat of the move, you know? For a lot of us, of course, that have been, you know, you guys know that for years we've been, you know, in this market, right? We've been buying cryptos for a while, and a lot of my viewers were buying well below 20,000. But if you're like new, you know what you want to do is just like catch the meat of the move. Let's say you bought the breakout of 20K, and then you sell like right above 100K. I mean, you caught the meat of the move. You know, it wasn't perfect, but it's still great. That's really what you want in the end. But yeah, of course, it's always better to trade based on actual confirmations and looking at the trend, then the market structure, seeing when the parabolic trend is failing and breaking down, and you know, that's always better. So you're not just kind of like blindly doing it. Reba says I bought at 10,000. Nice, Ventilos. Let's see. See what the chat is saying. RD says Engine Coin will be the most successful NFT coin. I agree, guys. You know what's crazy? For in my Patreon, we're up 1,123% on Engine Coin, like I mentioned. But the craziest part is that I put in a little bit over $3,000. Now it's worth, you know, nearly 40,000. And that's what altcoins do. And it didn't really take all that long. Rich Buddy says collecting NBA Top Shots, good or scam? I don't know, guys. I'm actually not really all that into NFTs. Not really. So I'm not the guy to ask for that. There's better NFT experts out there. I'm definitely not going to be your NFT guru. That's definitely not me, guys. Also, we have like 1,000 people watching. Definitely smash that like button. See if we can get 1,000 likes. And hit the subscribe button if you're new and you're enjoying the content. We're near 50,000 subs, guys. And I know we can get there. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, we need 500 more subscribers. And then we'll hit 50,000. Which is, you know, one of the biggest milestones ever for a YouTuber. That 50K and then the 100K, and then of course a million next. But pretty hard to get to a million when you're a crypto YouTuber. A Breaks 212 says play the theme music, Kev. I'll play the theme music if we hit 50,000 subscribers. Yeah, everyone's asking about Chainlink. Chainlink has been extremely boring recently. The interesting thing, though, is that Chainlink and Ethereum are both up almost nearly the same percent in the past 1 year. They went up at different times, but it's pretty close. You know, even though Chainlink has been very boring. See, the thing is, all the new people that are getting into Chainlink, they're pissed off and they're bored. All the old people, you know, those of us that were buying at much lower prices, you know, we're cool. We're just chilling. We're sitting on huge gains, you know, almost the same as Ethereum, you know. And yes, Chainlink's price is being suppressed because there are some big wallets selling like every week. But those wallets are actually about to run out of Chainlink to sell. So I think the suppression may stop soon. Seems like. What do we got? So Ethereum might be up a little bit more. Ethereum's up, what, 1,200% in the past 1 year. Chainlink. So yeah, Chainlink and Ethereum are both literally up almost the same exact percentage in the past year. They just went up at different times. But yeah, I think the Chainlink price suppression that has been taking place is going to end soon. I could be wrong, but it seems like to me, if you go look at those big wallets that have been selling every Friday, like 500,000 Chainlink, million Chainlink, they're starting to get low. So I think once that suppression, once that ends, then we should be good to go. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but yeah, guys, I'm still holding Chainlink. I think it's going to perform really well. And if they can, get the staking implemented, it's going to be even better. Moonboy says Chainlink is in a bear market. Chainlink is up 1,200% in the past year, and apparently in crypto that's a bear market. Yeah, the Chainlink NFT news. That's also pretty cool. I think I retweeted. Oh yeah, for all you traders out there, I thought this was like one of the funniest memes. The floor is lava. Me. Or sorry. The floor is profits. Me. So what is I think Chainlink.eth said. Yeah, Chainlink.eth was posting about this. Chain-linked non-fungible tokens. This news is pretty cool. Sid comes in with the 5 euros. He says, Chainlink, Kevin, what's your take on Maker and DAI? I think it's great. I mean, DAI, when it comes to most reliable stable coins that I trust the most, it's DAI and USDC. USDC, USD coin, USDC, and DAI is what I trust the most. So yeah, I think Maker's great. Let's see. There's also some interesting news that I saw. So what was it? Oh yeah, $333 million worth of shorts liquidated in hours as Bitcoin soars to 60,000. That's rough. What was the other thing I saw? Oh yeah, Vitalik Buterin was saying there's going to be a 100x boost in Ethereum transaction throughput. So that's a good sign. There was also something else that I missed. I forget what it is. Oh yeah, Willy Woo. What did he say? Yes, like a lot of people in crypto have been wondering, why is Bitcoin going up so much? On-chain analyst Willy Woo updates Bitcoin Outlook, says 35% of the available Bitcoin supply in the last 3 months. That title's weird. But yeah, it's just because there's so much Bitcoin being bought up, And there's a supply shock. Obviously, everyone knows that. Rich Buddy coming in with another one. He says, Cardano, do you think based on market cap it can grow in price? Will it really double market cap and reach $2? Is that possible? It's the third biggest already. Yeah, guys, everything's possible, right? In this market, in crypto, like everything pumps more than you expect. Could Cardano double in value and go to $2? Yeah, it totally could. But I think it's going to take a major move from the rest of the market for that to happen, likely. I mean, it's already gone up a ton, so I wouldn't, that's the thing that a lot of new people that are new to this market, you guys need to understand that, yes, you might be rewarded for FOMOing in these conditions where you just see a coin going up and you just FOMO in and it keeps going up. That will probably keep happening for a while, but you have to understand that it's best to buy things when they're down and they're boring. The coins that are not doing much and they're boring, but they're great projects. That's how you make money, right? That's how you make money, because there's no better feeling in the world than buying, whatever, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or an altcoin when it's boring and doing nothing and just sitting at a low point, and then it just pops, and then you just see everyone FOMOing in, and you're just chilling. You're like, yeah, I'm already in. Like, that's the best feeling. So you don't want to be like, because you're going to be so stressed if you're just like FOMOing into coins that are going vertical, and then where you buy, the price just starts chopping sideways, and you're like freaking out. You know what I mean? Buy when it's low, buy when it's boring, buy when no one's talking about it, and that's how you become a professional, right? Zeta says, hey, Kev, patron here, best investment I have done. What are your thoughts on Gala? I don't know. I'm not sure. I've never heard of that. If I've never heard of a coin or I'm not really familiar with it, I'm not going to speak about it because I have no place to talk about it. Duper says, yeah, a lot of people in this chat right now are asking about the coins and Patreon and stuff. Which I'm going to hold off on because that's really reserved for Patreon, right? I'm not going to talk too much about all those coins. Let's see what else people are saying. Yeah, I mean, guys, people are talking about Chainlink. Chainlink will melt faces. HODL. I mean, it's boring recently, but, the Chainlink network sees an average of 10x growth. The Chainlink network sees an average of 10x growth every year, year over year. So, I mean, it's very likely that Chainlink's going to go up a lot, right? But there is price suppression right now, right? There's big wallets selling every week. So that's unfortunate, right? But overall, it's still good. I mean, overall, it's still good. The thing about people in crypto is we're spoiled. We're totally spoiled, right? We just want everything to pump all the time. I mean, overall, Chainlink's doing good. Like, if this was a stock in the stock market, it would be considered a very good investment. So 1,000%, it would be considered very good. But we're spoiled in crypto, It hasn't pumped since February, so everyone's pissed off. Steven's coming to says, do you think the scale of Ethereum? Guys, all that stuff is for Patreon. And guys, here's the thing. When it comes to altcoins, I've already explained this to you guys before, but if Bitcoin, like, let's just talk about when do you sell altcoins? Well, the thing is, if Bitcoin just topped out right now and dumped, and that was it, bull market was over, right? If this happened, well, the best day to sell your altcoins would have been today. If Bitcoin goes up and breaks above 300,000 and goes to $1 million, well, if you sell your altcoins anywhere here, I mean, well, you missed out. If you sold your altcoins at 200K, well, you missed out. We're going to $1 million, right? So it's actually, selling your altcoins does have a lot to do with Bitcoin's schedule, right? So if the trend is doing well and, we're pumping up, we start getting toppy, yeah, you probably want to exit your altcoins before Bitcoin enters that bear market. But it's actually based on the Bitcoin trend. So that's that, right? And you'll see it's hard. It's really hard to do price prediction on altcoins because it's so dependent on Bitcoin. It's kind of hard. You can have like an expected market cap target for a coin, like, oh, what is this project worth realistically, and like have like a target for market cap. That's something you can do. Fong coming with the 10. He says, what are you going to do with high taxes when we sell? With all the gains holding more than one Bitcoin over here, what can we do besides buying real estate to offset? That's a good question. There's not really all that many options. I mean, maybe I'm just uninformed about that. Maybe there's someone else in the chat that knows exactly what to do when you sell your Bitcoin to try to offset the taxes that you have to pay or something. Yeah, I mean, real estate's always a good option. I think that once the market tops out, usually major market tops and major market bottoms generally line up with the stock market. It's just how it is. So I think that if stocks are generally bullish, Bitcoin's generally this could change. It's been true in the past, and honestly, I hope it changes. But generally, there is a correlation. And it's not that like Bitcoin's following the S&P all the time or something like that. It's just like the markets, it's based on confidence. And this is just the reality. Human behavior drives markets, right? Human behavior drives the markets. So if the stock market's very bullish, well, people are going to be confident, and they're going to be confident to speculate on cryptocurrencies. And it does even better. And if the stock market's very bearish, well, there's not going to be all that much confidence in speculating with money on cryptos. And that's really what it comes down to, guys. If you used Bitcoin as a hedge against the stock market, you would lose 80% of the time. It doesn't work that way. Bitcoin's not a hedge against the stock market. It's not how it works. So I don't even know how I got into this conversation. I'm not even sure how I got here. But now that we're here, well, we can talk about it. Now again, I'm not saying that Bitcoin's always correlated to stocks. I'm not saying that at all. There's definitely periods of time where it's very uncorrelated, like a few weeks, months, where it's uncorrelated, but it usually kind of like generally follows for the most part. Like, you know, it's kind of hard to see. It's a little bit hard to see. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of there, right? You can kind of see it. Like they generally top out at a similar time. They generally bottom at a similar time. You know, they were both getting choppy when Bitcoin was at 14K. S&P was getting choppy at that area. This area uncorrelated. Bitcoin was going down. S&P was going up. But of course, the March crash, everything crashed. And then the recoveries happened at the same time. And if we're looking at this area here, Bitcoin breaks 20,000, like going into December. The S&P breaks its all-time high right here around the same time. So Bitcoin here, S&P here, they both broke that high around the same time. Now, I'm not saying it's perfectly correlated, and I'm not saying it's always correlated, but it's generally correlated. Generally. Again, there are times when it's not, like here. And in the past, it's happened that way too. But I'm just saying, you know, oh yeah, now I remember why I was talking about this. You know, if Bitcoin tops out, you know, what are you going to do? You're going to sell Bitcoin. What are you going to do? Buy real estate's always a good option, right? Stocks probably wouldn't be a good option at that point. I'm sure the US dollar would be gaining a bit of strength throughout that year of the bear market. Probably. This is all just speculation. So, you know, cash would probably be good. You exit into cash for a short period of time to hedge. But also, what was I going to say? Yeah, if we get a ton of inflation and stuff like that, you know, maybe my expectations are wrong and Bitcoin does become way more bullish than I expect. See, I'm expecting Bitcoin to just follow those traditional cycles right now. I think that's a reasonable expectation to see Bitcoin at 250,000. It's actually a reasonable expectation. You know, if we have like a black swan event, you know, tons of inflation, which would be a good thing. Actually, well, I mean, I guess it's not a black swan, but yeah, maybe Bitcoin goes to some very high level that none of us really expected. You know, some people are calling for like $1 million Bitcoin this cycle. I'm very doubtful. Very doubtful. And remember, what I was saying is, you know, once the ETF, so there's a European Bitcoin ETF, so I believe. There's now a Canadian Bitcoin ETF, but that's not what I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about the Wall Street ETF here in the United States. That's the one. That's the one that I'm waiting for. I think Wall Street wants to pump Bitcoin as high as possible. And once they see, okay, this is definitely overbought. You know, there's not really anyone left to buy into this right now. It's pretty overextended. We're at peak euphoria. Let's launch this ETF. Let's short Bitcoin and lock in those profits on the way down, almost guaranteed. You know, that's what I think is coming. And I think that'll happen somewhere in the 6-digit range. And they'll lock in the profits on the way down. Just like CME. Just like CME, guys. So be mindful about that. Same thing happened right there. ETF probably going to happen right over here. Doper says, one of my favorite moments was the Ethereum breakout live stream you had. Was so much fun. Was on the road. Felt like it was a rave. Yeah. and it's possible that the music in my streams has been actually what's causing the algorithm to not let me show up on my streams. I've been streaming less recently because I was getting shadow banned, and it's possible that it's the music, actually. The music, you know, because I had copyright music, but I was demonetizing. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see. It seems to be doing fine right now. We're above 1,100 viewers. By the way, guys, let's get 1,000 likes on this stream. And also, we're so close to 50,000 subscribers. And it would be awesome if we could hit 50,000 on this stream. Can we hit 50,000 subscribers? Use royalty-free music. Yeah, but that music's not good. Although the intro song for my videos is royalty-free, and that song's awesome. Tower says we're going up so fast. Yes, guys, we are going up so fast. But that's because of the global economic conditions. I mean, people are getting stimulus checks right now. And I know so many people that have been saying to me, you know, once I get my stimulus check, I'm going in, you know, I'm buying Ethereum, I'm buying Bitcoin. So, and I think a lot of people that are coming back into crypto now that were around in 2017 and now they're like, oh crap, I got to get into this again. They're probably buying Litecoin. They're probably buying Litecoin. I'm just assuming. I haven't even really been looking at Litecoin very much, but I'm just assuming Litecoin's going to pump. I actually don't have any either, but I'm just assuming it's going to pump. All that old money is coming in. Grayscale is also interested in Bitcoin. You know, I mean, it's already doing really well. Litecoin's probably going to go to 1,000 at least. At least 1,000 for Litecoin, guys. And it's already getting up there. Holy crap. Look at this. Litecoin has only spent 4.5 weeks above this current price in its history. So it's getting there, guys. That's pretty cool for all you Litecoin people out there. I would say 1,000 at least for Litecoin. What else do we got? Yeah, Uniswap token. I've been, you know, once these upgrades come out, it's going to be unbelievable. And if the Uniswap upgrades allow users to use Uni to pay for gas fees, it's going to be an absolute moonshot. That's going to, I mean, think about how much demand that would create. A lot. A lot. Somebody says people are spending their stimulus checks on crypto. They're going to cash out and then buy back later. I mean, yeah, I'm just, you know, I don't really care about the soup and the sandwich trades. Like, I don't really care about, like, okay, yeah, Bitcoin pumps up or something, and then I'm going to sell and then buy back a little lower, and then it's going to go up again. Like, I don't care. I just don't care about doing that. It's just not worth the time. It's not worth the trouble. It's not worth the struggle. It's not worth the worry. I'm just going to hold for the long term and just analyze the macro trend and then look to scale out at the right proper time. And I'm not going to worry about the short term. I'm just going to stay relaxed. Will coming up with the 5, he says, thanks, Kevin. I mean, but of course, everyone has a different thing. And somebody was talking to me about their strategy, one of my friends, and he says, yo, I'm doing this thing and it's working really well. And it was more like short-term stuff. And I was saying, dude, you know, if you find something that is working, just keep doing it. If you do something and it's working, you know, just do it again. You know, because in markets, that's how you have to, you know, don't like try to change it. Just try to, you know, if it's working, just keep doing it, right? Now, of course, at some point, you know, market environments change, strategies become less viable, right? Like, so for example, I mean, you know, of course, you know, you experienced traders, you guys already know this, but in a bull market, when you have a bullish pattern, this is for all you new people that need to know this, like an ascendant triangle, this pattern is likely going to break out to the upside, right? Because you have an increase of demand, higher lows, you have a flat line of selling interest, which means that eventually you're going to eat away at the sellers enough to break out. So an ascendant triangle in a bull market is much more likely to break out to the upside, which means breakout trading in a bull market is usually, it works out majority of the time, you know, percentage wise. It's not guaranteed, but you know, the percentages, the potential is in your favor, right? And in a bear market, if you get an ascendant triangle, you know, the general trend is down, right? The general pressure on the market is down. So it becomes, you know, what you will experience in a bear market is a false breakout, you know, and then it doesn't work. So these are the things you also got to understand. And the same thing in a bear market. In a bear market, you know, you have a descending triangle pattern off of a dump. This thing's probably going to break down in a bear market because, once again, the general trend is down, the general sentiment is down, the pressure is down. You came down into this descending triangle pattern. You have a flat line of buying interest and an increase of selling pressure, the downward sloping resistance. And then eventually it'll fail and you'll dump lower. So in a bear market, shorting that pattern is great. In a bull market, shorting a descendant triangle is actually very risky. And we have a real life example of this right here. Now you could argue that this pattern is not a descendant triangle, but you know, it's pretty much there. Flat line of buying interest, an increase of selling interest, but it's a bull market. And all it took was Elon Musk, you know, just snapping his finger, and all of a sudden, bang, you know, we're off to the races, right? So there's that. So that's kind of the lesson there. A lot of people saw this descendant triangle, they were getting bearish, but you know, in a bull market, a bearish pattern is not as reliable. Bearish signals in the bull market, not as reliable. You know, if you see like bearish divergence on the 4-hour chart in a bull market, like for Bitcoin, it'll probably play out short term. You'll get like a short-term pullback, but it's not really, you know, it's not all that reliable. Guys, definitely smash up that like button. Let's get 1,000 likes. 1,000 likes. And also, if you're new, hit that big red subscribe button. We're nearing 50,000 subs. And I would love to get 50,000 subscribers. I need at least, my channel's sub count is supposed to be correlated with Bitcoin, but I'm behind right now. So we need those subs. I should be at 59,000. Slap that like button, says Belika's TV. I'm not sure to say your name. Wait, Donnie Lee, is that I don't know what that claim you're making is. I'm not sure about what your claim is there. So Mar says, what are your thoughts on Aave and where it can get to? At least 1,000, guys. Aave is going to go to at least $1,000 in my opinion. I mean, that's only 100% from the high or so. It'll probably end up going to like 1,500, 2,500, you know, something like that. More, right? But you guys know me. I always like to be a little bit more conservative. You know, even though for some people I call out these price targets and they're like, "Whoa, that's really high." Some other people will say, "Kev, that's not bullish enough. It can go higher than that." It's like, I know, guys, but I'm just being conservative. I like to be conservative. I don't want to have expectations like, yeah, Aave is going to go to 10,000. Like, I don't want to say that because it just doesn't really like. Why say that, right? Keep it realistic, and then, you know, if your target gets basically my idea is I want my targets to get hit so I can come back onto this channel and be like, hey guys, my target got hit. That's why I don't come on here and like give out these crazy numbers. Like, a lot of influencers get a lot of views by creating mass hopium content, and they're like, Ethereum's going to go to $80,000, and it's like, whoa. And then you click on it and you're like, oh my God, this guy says it's going to 80,000. Could it really do that? And it's like, man, that's a crazy expectation to have. Yeah, maybe in the next cycle. Probably not this one. Kevin, thanks. Used to work in a coal mine. Now I'm almost a millionaire. Will be official soon. Thank you so much for helping us all. That's awesome. That's awesome. Edit name. That's meat pour, right? It says soup in a sandwich. Yeah, guys, I'm not doing soup in a sandwich trades, right? You know, a lot of people are worried about the soup in the sandwich trades, which means like the short term. Everyone's always like, Kev, what's going to happen tomorrow? It's like, what are you trying to buy? What are you trying to buy lunch? You want to trade that move so you can buy lunch tomorrow? Yeah, I'm trying to like put down payments on real estate or something, right? You're trying to buy lunch tomorrow with your trade. I'm trying to like make a lot more than that. I don't trade for soup and a sandwich. I trade for down payments on houses and buying islands. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, there's a lot of people that are really good swing traders and very proficient at it, and they make a ton of money. I'm just messing around, guys. Just looking seeing what chat's saying. Kerman says Ave equals McDonald's. Somebody's been listening to my content. Yeah, I basically said I believe that Ave is going to be the McDonald's of crypto. And by that I mean we're all going to use Ave at least once, just like we've all eaten at McDonald's at least once. At least most of us, right? So I was saying like Aave is probably going to be one of the best brands, one of the most widely adopted cryptos in the long term, and it's going to be like the McDonald's of crypto, or like the Apple stock or something of crypto. Like something in that direction is kind of how I see it playing out eventually. Peter says, don't be in denial. It's happening. Down we go. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Down we go. Let's see. Are we looking at the 2-minute chart? Hold on, guys. Wait. Here we go. Yep, bear market confirmed on the 1 minute. Bear market confirmed, guys. It's over. We're going down. It's over. Sorry. Man, this looks rough, doesn't it? Oh my God, it's so bearish. Guys, zoom out. Like, relax. Relax. We're good. I was just joking, by the way, for anyone who actually believed that. I was just joking. Yeah, guys, like I was saying at the beginning of the stream, what could happen in the short term? We could come back and retest the previous high as new support before bouncing again. All right, cool. I'm not even, like, this is just not, doesn't even matter to me. This is just expected. This is just what you would expect. We'll probably come back, hit the previous resistance as new support before running again. And that's great, that's fine. And even if Bitcoin does dump back below this previous resistance, I mean, things can still work out, right? There's some wiggle room. There's still some wiggle room, right? 3K, guys. 3K confirmed. Oh, man. Chad says we're going to top out around April 20th at 150K. You're very sure of yourself. Exact date with an exact price. Guys, someone screenshot Chad Taylor's comment. If he's right, We'll have him on this channel. We'll do an interview with Chad Taylor if Bitcoin hits April 20th, 150K. Chad Taylor will interview you if you're right. Donnie Lee says, Vitalik escalates F2.0 merge as miners plan 51% attack. Have you heard about that? Is that real news? I think someone's just fudding, guys. They're probably fudding. People just want to FUD? Oh, I didn't even read this yet. BETTOGH helping to strategize against Ethereum's 51% attack possibility. So I think just from my first look, I haven't read this yet. I think he's just thinking ahead. I don't think they're saying it's any imminent danger, guys. I think that he's just saying, like, how do we strategize against a 51% attack possibility? Yeah, I'm just reading this article. So basically, Ethereum saying that they can avoid a 51% attack by doing what's called a quick merge, by rapidly moving from proof of work to proof of stake. Interesting. That's pretty interesting. I guess I should probably pull this up for you guys. So basically, they're just trying to be safe, right? So Vitalik, I didn't read this yet. I just read it for the first time. This came out 17 hours ago. Vitalik Buterin helping to strategize against Ethereum's 51% attack possibility. And basically what they're saying here is, I missed it. Yeah, Vitalik describes how Ethereum can perform a quick merge by rapidly moving from proof of work to proof of stake with limited changes required to Ethereum clients. That's interesting, right? So I guess they're coming up with a solution for it. So that's, I guess, a good thing. Huh. So yeah, the miners have a date plan for a 51% attack. Okay, well then I guess basically what they're saying is they're just gonna do a rapid shift if they have to do it. I hope this forces them to release F2.0 faster. That'd be kind of cool, right? If they were, maybe that would be bad. Well, at least there's a defense mechanism, so that's good. That somehow did not come across my radar. That's weird. So yeah, Ethereum's looking great. The market doesn't seem to be all too worried. So what else? We talked about a lot of stuff, guys. We talked about a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, I was gonna see. Is this? Did I even make this transaction? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'll just do this another time. I was going to do a demonstration for layer 2. But anyway, yeah, right now for the long term, this is one. Did any of you guys see this? When I posted this image, like dozens of crypto influencers downloaded it and like pretended it was their picture and like was like copying it, and like it went across all of crypto Twitter. It was crazy. It was like one of my biggest tweets. But this is pretty much, if you're comparing the cycles, 2017 to 2021, we're basically, now, since I posted this image, which this image here was depicting that we would break out again, right? So we did that. We're breaking out again. So should I say it, guys? Oh, wait. I don't even see myself. Exactly as predicted. Well, that was terrible. But yeah, I think that right now we're in this cycle where we're basically going to enter the final mania phase, and the final mania phase would likely take us into that 6-digit level. So that's cool. We're in that final mania phase, if it's going to be anything similar. So that's the good news here. Mute the video, just read the comments. Yeah, guys, I'm just chilling, right? I've been talking for a while. How long have I been talking for? I'm probably gonna end the stream actually. But before you go, guys, smash that like button. Also subscribe to this channel. Subscribe. We're almost at 50K. I'd appreciate it. Yeah, we've been streaming for a while. How long has it been? Over an hour now. Yeah, I'll probably end the stream soon. But definitely subscribe if you're about to leave and you haven't subscribed yet. KK saying 20K Ethereum. Yeah, I guess that's possible. My estimation is at least 5,000. At least a 5K Ethereum. Right? So that's like a very likely target is 5K. And then 10 to 20,000 if things go really well. That's what I'm expecting in this bull market. YP says, "What Lambo can I get for 60,000?" You can buy like a Ford Taurus and then buy a Lambo body kit and just make it look like a Lambo. But yeah, I think that's it, guys. I think that's it for this stream. We talked about a bunch of stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed. See if we're gonna, definitely smash that like button. We're almost at 1,000 likes. And yeah, guys, that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to, you can always go back, rewatch the stream, rewatch all the stuff we were talking about in the beginning of the stream. We went over some certain altcoins and stuff, a lot of things. But that's gonna be for this stream. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.